The Asia Subcommittee.
Gentleman from California is recognized for 2 minutes.
If you vote for this bill, you get fast track without trade adjustment assistance. There is no assurance trade adjustment assistance will come to this floor or that it will come to this floor in a form that either Republicans or Democrats will support. The supporters of this deal can't make their case without repeating demonstrably false statistics. The fact is, we run a $177 billion trade deficit in goods with the countries with which we have free trade agreements. $75 billion surplus in services brings the net to over $100 billion deficit. So how have so many members been misled by charlatan lobbyists into coming to this floor and giving false statistics? They're given this slippery phrase: go down to the floor and talk about what has happened since NAFTA. Now, since NAFTA usually sounds like, well, since the early 1990s. What they mean is excluding NAFTA. Excluding NAFTA when we review free trade agreements is like excluding LeBron James when you evaluate the Cavaliers. This bill is catastrophic for our national security. It hollows out our manufacturing base, and it is the greatest gift to China that we could possibly make, because it enshrines the sacrosanct nature of currency manipulation. It says in the future, countries can manipulate their currency all they want, and there'll be no accounting for it. In addition, the rules of origin provisions allow goods that are admitted to be 50 or 60% made in China, that are actually 70 or 80% made in China, to get fast-tracked into the United States. So China gets 80% of the benefit of this agreement without having to admit a single American export. As to Vietnam, our workers are going to have to compete against 40-cent an hour labor, but we're told we get free access.
Thank you.
Recognized for an additional 30 seconds.
Thank you. We're told that we get free access to the Vietnamese markets. Vietnam doesn't have freedom. Vietnam doesn't have markets. They are not going to buy our exports any more than their Communist Party decides to do so. And the chairman points out that with trade comes influence. That's right. There'll be Nike lobbyists here, financed by this bill and its effects, lobbying against going after Vietnam for its oppression of religion and its oppression of unions. So they will have influence here in Washington. They will continue not to have freedom, and we will continue to lose jobs. I yield back.
Gentleman from Michigan. Gentleman from Wisconsin.
How much time between the two?
Gentleman from Wisconsin has 22 and 1/2 minutes remaining.